I did the stream, and somebody in the stream said, let's talk about this. And they sent me a picture, and it was all the things that they said they were going to do in Alpha 2, Phase 2. And then it was basically the next one was that same thing with the things checked off that they actually did. And it was about half. So does this surprise you that they're like, okay, well, we need more time. We want to actually check off some of these boxes. We want to do some of this stuff. Or is it kind of like, I don't really care. Let's just move on to Phase 3.
It doesn't surprise me, or want to answer the first one. I guess I'll give my opinion. I'm probably a little bit more patient than others when it comes to stuff like this. And I don't know how many times they have to let us all know that this is a moving train. Everything is subject to change. This is a look behind the curtain of phases of testing that very few people ever get to see. And it's so transparent that now, people have created these expectations of what they want, and they forget. And we've talked about it before, like, people are playing the game as this is their only game. This is a launch game for a lot of people. And I'm in the other camp. I'm quite a bit more patient. So if they don't hit any of those bullet points that were on there that were supposed to be hit for Phase 2, I don't want to put it blunt and say I don't care, but I don't care. I mean, I'm ready to just cruise and wait until they do hit those things. It's not like I'm not looking from a place where I'm upset because the game is not getting updates and the game is not progressing. If nothing was progressing and we were still slide showing and lion hold like the first freaking day, it would be a different story. But it's not. There's a lot of things coming out. We had naval thrown at us. Nobody was expecting that. So I think there is plenty of progress being made in the game, which allows me a very wide swath to just give them room to work. If a phase gets pushed back, it just gets pushed back.
JB, I'm gonna challenge some of this. Cash said that people are setting expectations. What do you think of the fact that I would say that Intrepid set those expectations by putting out this roadmap listing the things that would be in Phase 2, and then only accomplishing half of them by the time that Phase 2 is ending? Is that them setting the expectation, or are people having unrealistic expectations?
I mean, like, at face value, like, without any opinion, like, if there was either a yes or no gun to your head answer, at face value, yes, Intrepid did set those expectations. However, they said very specifically when they put that out that this is subject to change at the onset when it was put out. So it was put out with an asterisk, right? And everyone knew that asterisk. And I can't say it enough. Like, this was one of our, remember, guys, we talked about this. One of the biggest takeaways that we learned about in Alpha, when the phases started in Phase 1, we learned very quickly one of our first rules was you have to be flexible. In this Alpha, you have to be flexible. You cannot marry yourself to anything. Cash, you made the comment, people are playing this game like a launch title. They absolutely are. I'm seeing people getting emotionally attached to their characters, and as a result, they end up looking through that lens at everything else that's going on, through the lens that they are attached to their character. Folks, your character, my character, these guys' characters, all have expiration dates, and they're not just one. They are repeatable. So you have to be willing to be okay with that. That's the harsh reality. That's why we're here, is to test, not to play or main a game. I'm not maining Ashes. That'd be stupid. There's no reason to main Ashes right now. You test Ashes and give them feedback so it can grow. So, Sonny, yes, they did set that expectation, but it was with an asterisk and it was set up front. They said that right in the live stream.
I did like Pocket's comment. He says, but did they actually ever say this was a work in progress?
No, that's what's so upsetting.
It's so bad. They're like, this is completed. Enjoy.
Steven, why didn't you tell us?
There will be no comments. Yeah, okay. Maybe we're not listening carefully enough.